Let's talk about some concerns going into the combine. Because there's players we have talked about many times. Walter Nolen is the guy who is actually off of some NFL teams' draft boards because of character concerns. And remember last year, Jermaine Burton? Yeah, we're gonna take everything with a grain of salt until we kind of get more information about everything, but let's get right into this. So, first player is McMillan, who potentially might be the first wide receiver taken off the board if you don't count Travis Hunter as a wide receiver, because he's a wide receiver / corner. I think Daniel Jeremiah lists him as a wide receiver, even though he's technically a corner to a lot of people. So this is the first receiver off the board. And his major concern centers around the overall athleticism he brings to the table. While he separates well in the air, the talent pass catcher isn't a great route runner and doesn't possess very long speed either. Wide receivers who win mostly at the point of catch has been a very hit or miss, and mostly the latter, which kind of concerns me that the only receiver outside of, the obvious guy we always talk about, this is the only other receiver that is mocked to us, and they keep mocking him to us, and I keep saying he'll probably be off the board by the time we pick, but we don't need a wide receiver. Stop it. No more receiver talk. All right? I'm done with it. No, we're not taking a running back first round. We're not taking a tight end, and we're not taking a receiver the first round. We're trying to get this right this time. Sorry. Anyway, Walter Nolen, this guy we actually talk about a lot and potentially could pick. If it was just talent, Nolen has an argument to go inside the top 15 selections in April. The biggest test for Nolen in Indianapolis is to sell himself as a person to teams. There's some worrisome feedback regarding character for Nolen, which goes back to high school days and continues both at Texas A&M and with the Rebels. There's even a couple teams who have taken Nolen off their draft board. Would I hear injuries? I think. Oh, it's over. When I think character concerns, Jermaine Burton, please stand up. Will the real Jermaine Burton please stand up? Okay. Mike Green from Marshall. Okay, hold up. The background checks and interviews are part of the process that a lot of the general public doesn't get privy to all the information. For Green, it has been surfacing the last few weeks of an incident that he faced while part of the Virginia Cavaliers program. The talent pass rusher also dealt with a similar situation while in high school. Virginia head coach Tony Elliott declined to go in depth on the situation at the time, but the severity is believed to be to the level that will cause Green to be removed from several teams' draft boards. What the fluff did he do? People certainly can change and make up for the past. No, it depends on what he did. Depending on what he did, depends if he can make up for it. If it's the R word or anything with children, no, he can't. But if it's like, hey, he got in a fight with someone, that's different. If he, I would say if he off somebody. Now I'm kind of curious. How are you going to say this and not tell? Oh. He was accused of sexual assault. He essayed a woman. Obviously everything is accused. It doesn't look like he was proven. It's allegations, so we're gonna keep everything as allegations. He also was accused of essay in high school, alleging he was never charged and insisting he did nothing wrong. So he got charged with essaying a woman in Virginia. Wait, says he transferred. Okay, so he transferred from Virginia to Marshall after being accused, not charged, not found guilty, accused of essaying a woman in high school. Then he goes to college. He again gets accused of essaying a woman. And then he changed colleges because he was accused a second time of essaying a woman. Not charged, just accused. So it's an allegation. But yeah. He also then said at the combine, after addressing all this, that he is the best pass rusher or edge rusher in the combine, in the NFL draft. Which is not true at all. Abdul Carter is the best, period, Green. But so he got accused, not charged. So he's innocent until proven guilty. He was not proven guilty twice of essaying a woman in high school and then a different woman in college. So he had to transfer colleges because of the allegation, which I'm going to give my 2 cents on that one. Okay, nice. There's also some questions about work ethic with James Pearce Jr. He isn't known as a poor teammate and doesn't have any legal issues. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Right now, we don't need anything else, my man. We don't need anything else. But also some questions have driven to be great. That's perception out there when Pearce is something that he'll need to answer for. All right, so he has a work ethic issue. He's not a bad teammate or any legal issues. He just has bad work ethic. Okay. I can take that, man. I could take that. I just don't need an essay situation here. Benjamin Morrison. Why? I wanted this guy. Not many people would question the coverage instincts that Morrison brings to the table or bad skills either. He is an incredible, intelligent coverage man. The question surrounding him relates to durability and play strength. Okay. Hips can be tricky for corners, and a shoulder issue for a player who's already lacked strength also isn't ideal. So he has a shoulder problem, and he also lacks durability and strengths. Interesting. I thought we go back up to this one because I actually didn't read this part. One, his weight. Pearce is a very skinny pass rusher who still needs to upgrade his play strength big time. So he also is skinny. So he's on the smaller end of pass rushers. Okay. Ben, closing speed, that may not be a pass rusher better in this class outside of Abdul Carter. Yeah, Abdul Carter is the best. All right, so he has a problem with the durability, play strength, and a shoulder injury. Okay. Penn State safety. Whenever I see Penn State anything, I think of Jerry Sandusky, and this is automatically goes to my head. There's many sources in the know that would believe Winston would suffer a massive slide come April. Okay, so Winston was lost early in the season after a partial tearing his ACL. Getting that injury checked will be something to keep an eye close on. ACL injuries are not nearly to the level that they once were. Medical science has been absolutely beautiful in that category. So it's unlikely that the lone injury alone will become a major deal. The issue that some believe Winston would get a red flagged next year, with some long-term question marks being out there coming from past medical issues. Okay, so he has issues with medical stuff. Okay. All right. So what I'm getting out of this is Mike Green is the only one I'm concerned about. That's the only one I'm concerned about is Mike Green. For 2 essays. Everyone else seems like either they have a problem with character issue or a problem with small things. But I can look beyond an ACL tear. I don't want you, but I can look beyond it. I can look beyond character problems. You're not a nice guy sometimes. I can look beyond work ethic. I don't want you, but I get it. This is all alleged. Okay, all alleged. Keep that in mind. Innocent until proven guilty. He was not proven guilty. So, at the end of the day, he's innocent. End of story. But it doesn't look good, right? And as a team, do you want someone who was alleged to this and you have a choice? Probably not. But at the end of the day, Matt Ariza, the punter for the Chiefs now, was the punter for the Bills at the time, was accused of essaying and the R word of a 15-year-old girl. And at the end of the day, it didn't happen. It was proven he wasn't even at the party where the girl was R-worded. Okay? He lost everything and then now finally came back after a set amount of years to the NFL. He was going to be one of the best punters in the NFL. He had to step away from football and was shunned from football because of it. He didn't do anything wrong. He was falsely accused in every circumstance possible. And by the way, the girl doesn't have any legal issues or doesn't go to jail or anything, which I find, I'm sorry, this is beside the point. She should be in prison for that. I'm sorry. If you falsely accuse someone of the R word and you are proven that they didn't do it, you should be in prison. But this is, again, why I'm very strict about this stuff. He did not get proven guilty. Matt Ariza was not guilty. If you're not guilty, you're innocent. Innocent until proven guilty. Keep that in mind. So it is what it is. Tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. See you guys in the next one.